afternoon, guys. Same process as normal. We've got mics on either side. You can please introduce yourself by name and organisation. We'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 this evening.
Good afternoon, Pep. Ben from Sky. Burnley has proved to be a difficult place, not only for you, but many teams go there and really struggle. They seem to compete above their means in many respects. What is it specifically about Burnley, the team, Sean Dyche, that makes them such tough opponents?
Yeah, it's always difficult for all the teams. They play what they do it perfectly. So the fact that they play quick with Barnes and Woods, and after they attack quick, arrive in the sides and make a good crosses, good finishing with the two strikers. They are so good in the second balls. Of course, they provoke free kicks, corners for the set pieces. So we have to try to adapt in this style to play and impose our way.
Last season, it was the difference, wasn't it, of 3 centimetres with Sergio Aguero's goal given by goal line technology. Is that a good example of where, to win a title, you need the small margins to go for you in those moments?
Yes. Yes, in this particular game it was like this, but in particular games we control all the game perfectly. So I think we didn't concede one corner with players like Gundogan, Bernardo Silva and David in the middle. So we were so clever, and Vincent and Laporte were outstanding in these positions to defend, especially long balls. And we did a good performance, a good game. But yeah, we won for this detail.
Last season, the title race was very much a 2-horse one for most of the season, yourselves and Liverpool. With Leicester winning again yesterday, they're right in the mix as well. How does that change the dynamic? Does it make it easier for you to be involved and stay in the title race, or is it more difficult having more teams? How does that change?
Well, I think it's typical for this league through the whole history that it was involved many teams. So the last years was just 1 or 2, and this one Leicester is there because it's doing incredibly well since the last season when Brendan Rodgers took over the team. Immediately they changed the way they play and they had the results. We knew it when we play against them the previous last game of the last season, and they continue doing really well. So it's a fantastic team.
Pep, Mandy from the Premier League. I spoke to John Stones a moment ago, and he said that this team will never give up on the title until the last moment. How proud does it make you to manage a team that have that fight in them?
That is good that they believe it. But they believe it. They have to believe and win tomorrow. That is the fact. You know, the situation that we are, we cannot think too much about the people that are in front. So I think we have to think about what we have to do to win the games and play quite similar than we played the last games, especially last one in Newcastle, or even, well, except 20-25 minutes against Chelsea, then they were better. The other ones we played good, especially in the second half. So, and try to be, you know, the chances that we have and the few we concede to be more solid in these departments, and we will improve.
And last season you were winning every week and telling us many times that you always needed to improve. So at this moment in time, what do you feel you can still improve?
Quite similar like last season. So we had 26 shots, not all of them on target in Newcastle. So we have 3 or 4 1-against-1 with the keepers, and they scored 2 goals, and they would 1 shoot in the first half with the Maximilian. When easy from Eddie, no more than that. So, and do that away is incredible good stats and good. So always we try to prepare to create more and concede less. So when we did it again, but unfortunately we could not win.
Pep, Simon Stone, BBC. Of the squad that's available to you at the moment, Otamendi and Stones are the players who have played most often in central defence in their careers. Yet they haven't played together for you since that Norwich game. Is there a reason for that, or what is the reason for
because
that?
I like Dino playing that positions a lot.
So do you almost prefer Fernandinho as a centre-half?
Right now, yeah. That's why he plays.
What qualities does he have?
Have you seen the games that Dino playing there?
Yeah, but presumably he would have played all the time at centre-half throughout his career if he was...
Yeah, but there is Rodri and Gundo. I prefer Gundo and Rodri in this position.
Are you happy with the way that the defence has performed then? Because you've
with 2 shoots on target we concede. That's fantastic.
But you've conceded
Yeah.
You've conceded goals in the last 7 games.
We are not good enough. We will improve.
Pep, Don McGuinness, TalkSport. In terms of Burnley, does it surprise you the way that Burnley approach the game in this modern age now, 4-4-2 every time? He rarely changes his team as well, Sean Dyche.
What the Sean Dyche team plays is in the way he plays is he's doing perfect. So he had an incredible success in the last years in the Premier League, doing what he has done. So yeah, they attack really well, and the defense organized. They are tall, aggressive, and yeah, it's a good team.
We just ask you about injuries and an update on Sergio Aguero. How near is he?
We spoke 10 days ago. He's not ready for the derby. So after derby, we'll see.
Hi Pep, Andy from PA. You spoke recently about how important Ilkay Gundogan is to the team. So how much are you going to miss him tomorrow?
Yellow cards, cannot play, suspend. So another one is going to play. For his quality is going to miss him, but we have players to replace him.
Okay, and are there any other injury issues at all in the team? Any new ones?
No.
Set the embargo, please, guys. 10:30 this evening.
Hi, Pep. With regard to how it's going in the league so far this season, is what we're seeing the natural need to regenerate your side? Because Fernandinho's up, I believe, 33, 34, David Silva's 33, 34, Vincent has left. Is there a need for you to, as is all with most teams, to regenerate?
Well, yeah. David is confirmed he's leaving. Fernandinho doesn't know, but it's normal when the players arrive in these ages. This is part of this stage or age for their lives. Of course, you have to replace them. Yeah.
And is that a challenge that you enjoy? Having to sort of rebuild?
Well, we don't have to rebuild not too much.
You miss it. Vincent's left, he wasn't replaced. David Silva's about to leave, as you say. Fernandinho maybe, or maybe not. He's getting towards the end of his career. There's 3 key players. It's a third of a team.
Yeah, but 3 players not rebuild the team. Rebuild the team is where we have 7, 8 that we did in the second season when 7 players finished a contract because 11 players over the 30 years and by 2 or 3 players is not rebuild. It's just to substitute some positions.
And with regard to Cancelo, who you bought in the summer, what was the thinking there? Because Vincent leaves, he's a centre-back. Cancelo comes in, who's a full-back. He hasn't played loads. So I'm just wondering, why did you decide to, acquire a new full-back rather than a centre-back?
We could not sign a centre-back. So the history. We could not sign it. And Nico continued. We decided to adapt Fernandinho in this position, and that's all. So sometimes the club want to try to do the best, but we cannot. And we cannot. We have to adapt and adjust with the players that we have. Next season we will see.
Hi, Pep. Is it these sort of games coming up when you really miss Vincent? You mentioned how good he was last season. These are the sort of games when you think, I wish he was still here.
Vincent decided to go to Belgium, so we have another alternative and other players, and I'm thinking on them.
Do you feel like this team, this squad, misses a company, not only on the pitch but maybe off it as well?
No, the group is extraordinary. The group of the players are incredible. So, and they take care of themselves perfectly, and they have an incredible unit. And so, of course, Vincent is and will be an important person for this club. But he decided to go to Belgium, and we have another incredible players to try to do the job they have to do.
And on Fernandinho, how is his future looking contract-wise?
Chique Begiristain, you have to ask him.
Is he someone you'd like to stay, though? As Jamie mentioned,
I think we are going to, the end of the season, we're going to decide for the situations, the players finish contract, the players for contract, what do we have to do, or do we believe for the best for the club, for the organization for the next season.
So no way that'll be done during the season, it'll be at the end you'll make the decision. Yeah.
Hi, Pep.
Yep.
Has there been a change in strategy looking ahead to January, do you think you...
No.
So you definitely won't spend
Nope.
any money? And how do you...
I don't want any player in January.
Is that because it kind of disrupts the team mid-season? Obviously,
I don't
Laporte
want
came in
any
and-
player. We cannot do it in summer. We cannot do it in January. So when they come for an incredible opportunity in January for the next 4 or 5 or 6 years, maybe we could think about it. But that is not possible. Normally, the players, maybe we could think it will be interesting to add something for our squad. They are not going to sell it.
And how do you plan to deal with Burnley tomorrow night? Because obviously there's going to be a lot of high balls. How important is Rodri going to be important in that sense?
Yeah, that's true, but not just only Rodri. So they are incredible team going to the second balls, and not just one player, 2 players going to defend the strategy or the way they attack. It's impossible. You have to do it as always we have done. So with the team, knowing the specific quality that we have and try to do it.
Hi Pep, Alam Khan. Pep, do you feel this team is at its strongest and best when people write them off, when they say they are, behind? And
Sorry, I don't understand the question. Sorry.
do you think this team is at its best?
Our team?
Yes.
No.
Performs at its best.
Yeah.
When people write them off, people say, you're not pushing for the title anymore, and write them off.
But I think I like the way we played in Newcastle. So we had a plan, we spoke about that, we trained a little bit, and it's happened. So I'm quite satisfied about that. So we did absolutely everything to win away, create enough chances. I think we improved to attacking defensive with 9 players in the box that normally had a problem. So we did attack a little bit better. And maybe in the future we'll take the results of that, but with the opinion for the people say we are on or we are off, that is not important. Important is we are working for tomorrow, for these stages, for the short time, but also for the end of the season, for the future. And I think we are working well. So I'm honest in myself, in my press conference. When I don't like the team, I said, nah, we don't play good. When I think we play good, I think we play good.
Hi, Pep. With the height that Burnley have in their team, is it important for you not to give free kicks and corners away?
Yeah. That is the dream. This kind of team, defend high and try to play as much as possible, to avoid it. And that is one of the success, because when they are able to, to increase the position in the boxes, they are so good.
How do you think Fernandinho's dealt with, playing against kind of tall players before? Because he's only like 5'9", I think.
Yeah. I think Fernandinho is not the reason why we win or we lose in that position, honestly. But I can understand it. So always the question when we are not able to win. I said against, Chelsea that we won, how fantastic was Fernandinho? And answer is because we won. When we doesn't win, the problem is Fernandinho. So in that case, that will be my decision. But I like, in that case, Fernandinho playing there. But it's just in case I decide to play another position, we play another position. But today, I like see him there because for the build-up, for the fast, for the long balls, for many, many things.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.